G'day and welcome back to Duxilla Gaming and Ninghan Farms. We are back in Western Australia and we are in the middle of our soybean harvest, continuing on developing this home farm, this place where Aussie farmer has grown up. Well, I believe he grew up here and is currently farming. This is his family farm in Ninghan, Western Australia, and we are more than happy to be playing this map. Now, a couple of things quickly. There has been an update to Ninghan Farms. It was to address a couple of things with regards to gate collisions and a couple of other things. Now, there will also be another update to it because apparently, with a couple of the fixes to the gate collisions it caused and a couple of other little issues, we have got an updated version, which will be, I'm assuming, the next drop onto ModHub. So I expect that to come sometime soon. But in the interim, just be aware there may be some issues with the gates and stuff like that. Further what there was before. So you may not want the current Ninghan update. But anyway, just save the one you're replacing when you do update it, and you should be sweet, and you decide which one you want to go to. But thanks to Aussie for giving us the updated version, and that's what we're using here live at the moment. All right, so what are we doing? And we are obviously harvesting this field here. So this is field 16. So the harvester is on his way back over to unload, and hopefully he'll do that without any problems. We have another harvester over in there. You can see him over there. He's in field 7. We're harvesting field 7 at the moment as well. So we've got a truck and trailer over there, and we've got the combine running over there. And then we've got some other work we want to get done around the farm as well. So we're just going to let these combines go off and do their work. We'll come back dutifully and offload the trucks and go and sell them and sell the contents and all that sort of stuff. So we're just going to leave these guys to continue on. They're doing quite a good job. He's done one pass all the way through the field, so now he's doing his second. So we are doing alternating runs. He'll do the rest of that as well. There's probably another 1.5 loads in there, so that's for a while. Guy over there's just started. He's just doing his header rows. So he'll be a little bit over there for a while. But anyway, all right. So let's get into it. Now, the other thing is too, just be aware, we do have a new microphone. So hopefully the sound is a lot clearer. And if not, let me know. I do have to fine tune it a little bit more still. But we have a new Rode Procaster microphone. And it is fantastic. Once I worked out where I had to speak into it, all that sort of stuff, it seems to be a lot clearer and all that sort of stuff. But let me know what you think. I know Upsy will let us know very quickly what the sound's like, as he does on most videos. Anyway, it just also depends on where I'm speaking into it. If I turn my head just a little bit, it does change the actual sound of it. So anyway, all right, he's continuing on through there. That's all fine. Let's continue on. Right, and this is what we're going to be working on next. We're going to be taking the T9 and the big John Deere plough, and we're going to plough up this field. So let's just get into it. We're not going to muck about anymore. We need to get in and get things done. All right. So let's just lower that plough. Let's just make sure we're not setting it on to allow crate fields, which we're not. And we'll head on down and plough this in. I hope everyone is doing well. We are doing really well, all things considered. As I said, we got the new microphone, which is fantastic. So hopefully that should make the sound a little bit better. And certainly is a much better quality microphone what we were using before. It's also a dynamic microphone as opposed to a condensed microphone, which is what the previous one was. So yeah, that's why it's a little bit different. It shouldn't pick up as much external noise like the kids and the wife and all that sort of stuff. And hopefully not even the dog with its pitter patter coming through the floor, coming through on when it's walking past on the floor. But yeah, so we'll just have to sort of see how things go. But by and large, so far, it seems to be well worth the money. And yes, no, this is not a sponsored plug. I'm not sponsored by Rode or not sponsored by anyone, but more than happy to be so. But yeah, so we've got the Rode Procaster now, and that's now attached to the Rode mic boom arm, which we've had for a little while now, and that is a fantastic piece of equipment as well. So yeah, we're using that. So that's the equipment that we use here, and I'm am going to put a list of the equipment that we do use in the comments of the videos as well, just in case anyone is interested. I also have Amazon affiliate links, but I've never actually bothered putting them up, and I think I might actually be losing those if no one buys anything from it anyway, but it might not be even worth doing it. I may even put the Amazon links there as well. Not that I bought these from Amazon themselves, but for those of you that may want to have a look at the same sort of thing. We did a bit of research on the mic, on which one we wanted to do. I watched a few videos from the likes of Epos Vox and Alpha Gaming, so Harris Heller. And this is a fairly strongly recommended microphone in the mid to high-ish range, I guess. So that's why we went with this one. So we didn't test it beforehand or anything. We just went off their recommendations. So if it turns out to be rubbish, then I'll badmouth them directly. I'm sure it's not going to be. Those guys are pretty good with that sort of stuff from all intents and purposes. So the next big thing we need to get here, though, because of this mic, is a new mixer. I've had to revert back to the old mixer, the little Scarlet one, because the Behringer, for some reason with this microphone, adds a fair bit of electronic hum, so a bit of electronic noise, and I cannot get rid of it. And it's only with this microphone. Well, actually, I'd say it's exacerbated with this microphone. It was sort of there with the Scarlet, but it was sort of masked, and you could hardly sort of hear it. Occasionally, you could hear it. You'd hear it a bit more in Discord than what you could in the videos. But yeah, so it's not up to the task. So I am going to be looking at getting a Go XLR, probably the Mini, probably not so much the big one, because the Go XLR Mini is still going to cost us about $500. I think it is Australian. I'll probably try and get it from the States because it generally is cheaper from the States. The only problem is they're not shipping much externally at the moment. So it's a bit hard to get one from the States. Or the Go XLR, the main one, which is $600, $700. So that's what my funding from Patreon and any super chats or anything else that comes in will be going towards now. So it'll go towards that. So if you are willing to become a Patreon, or you wish to make a donations or anything else like that, that is where it will be going to primarily. So yeah, but obviously it's not a high priority because paying for the life and sustenance of the family and the kids, and that is the priority. And we're not doing this full time by any means yet. I say yet as if that might actually possibly happen. But yeah, so I mean, obviously there are priorities there, and buying things like the microphone and the Go XLR and everything else, effectively, for want of a better term, it's a luxury, and it's not necessarily something we can easily afford. As much as I would like to have it to help out with the channel and all that sort of stuff, it's not something I can just simply go out and just spend a lot of money on and buy, just to have it here. So, yeah. Anyway, but I'm also not going to go out and cry poor or anything else like that and say, "Hey, look, I need this, sorry, I need that." But come mid-year, when we do our taxes and that, I'll have a significant portion back. And I'm not. This year, I was due to buy a new laptop. It's been my laptop now for going on 4 or 5 years, and it started to slowly generate. The graphics fan is on permanently. So I was looking at replacing that. Now, I'm not really needing that much of a powerful laptop anymore. So that laptop I bought was a gaming laptop, a custom built like gaming laptop, and that cost me in the vicinity of $4,500, I think it was. I don't need anything that grandiose. I can probably get away with one that's about $1,500 to $2,000 that will basically do most of the things I want to do. So I think we'll just do that. Then with that extra money, I've got other things I need to do and pay for around the house. But I think I may use that to buy a Go XLR just to get it out of the way and get it all set up. Once I've got that, I've got my other two PCs here. One is set up as ready to go as the streaming rig, so I've just got to get the capture card to do that. And I've got another PC here as well, which I can use to download all the video to and get it to render once I've recorded all that sort of stuff, if I wish to. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to use that third computer for. So we'll just have to sort of see what goes with that. So, but I guess really first I need to start getting into the live streaming and stuff like that as well. So, because that's where those computers will be used more so than anything else. All right. So we've now done that. Right. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So I do have to update this geo. I keep forgetting. This is Aussie's Ninghan geo. I do want to update it though. I think we should be having grass in WA. We should be getting a bit better growth. And should be able to harvest it more than just summer. But anyway, we'll fix that later. So at the moment, because we're coming in autumn, there's not going to be much else we're really doing, because once we've harvested all this, we're just going to be basically hurry up and wait, because we've got to get through autumn and then get into winter to start planting our crops again. Now, let's have a quick look at our animals. Cattle, we don't have to worry about. Sheep. Cleanliness, water and food is okay. Chickens, don't have to worry about. We haven't got any chickens. We haven't got any cows. Right, so that's not a problem. So we weren't not in a position to do any. We could do some poplar, but I haven't. The problem is I haven't got a forage harvester. Now, and we haven't got the money to actually go out and just buy a forage harvester. So we have to be mindful of what we're doing. So noting this is actually our first year since we actually turned seasons on. Once we have harvested these fields, there's not going to be a hell of a lot for us to do. So we're going to have a bit of off time, off camera time, all that sort of stuff to get through. But so we'll have to see what happens there. So this guy here is almost finished in here, which is good. Now these two fields are now cleared and ploughed, so that's okay. Field 11 is growing, so we've got field 11 to harvest soon, hopefully. Field 12 is growing, as to is field 3. Now field 3 is going to take us a long period of time to harvest, like it did last time. And that was one of the fields, remember, we had, and we were harvesting just as we changed over to seasons. So there was that mismatch between the fields and all that sort of stuff. So that's why they're not perfectly aligned. Once we've done that, that's all we can really do until it's time to start seeding and all that again. Now, all these other fields you can see down here, they're all cultivated and harvested and all that withered. So, excuse me. So we just got to wait for these ones to come in to be harvested and then do that. So I'm thinking while we've got a little bit of off time, that's when we're going to start prepping and moving across our sheep into a bigger pen. Now, I can't even test the layout of where I want my pens because I don't have enough money to put a pen down, so it won't let me size them out on the land. So it's a bit of an issue. Right, let's have a quick look though. And both these fields over here do need lime. So I guess while we're waiting for these guys to finish their harvest, we can actually put some lime down. So let's go and do that. I'm going to use the T9 again. Right, so we need to find our lime spreader. Now, which one was our lime spreader? Was it the horse? I can't remember. Let's go off and have a look. Might have been the horse. Or it may have been, did we have a leader? We might have had the leader spreader as well. Have a look. Right, so that little bit of a bump in the road, the graphical anomaly in the pause, that was caused by Courseplay as it's doing its calculation to go find its um, it was finding its course to go and offload. So we're going to connect, and this is indeed full of lime. So we're just going to go up here and we're going to spread lime. Now, I don't know if they're going to be planted or not. We're just going to prep it anyway, just to be sure. So even if they don't get prepped and they get, say, used for sheep or whatever else, at least the soil has been prepped, ready to go. So if we plow it, if we sow over it or whatever else, so be it. It's good to go. If not, then all we've done is really just wasted a little bit of money on lime. But at least any flowers or grass that are around any buildings or anything will be nice and green and grow really well. So anyway, all right. So it's going to move all this down here, and it won't take as long to do it all. All right. So I hope everyone else is doing well and staying safe as well as you possibly can in this period of time. Things haven't really changed too much. I mean, obviously, the United States is going through a torrid time at the moment. There's lots of finger pointing and blaming going on, and there's a lot of accusations flowing towards China at the moment, which I'm not going to get into and get into the political aspects of it. But personally, I don't necessarily believe that finger pointing is not unwarranted. But yeah, so currently here in Australia, we're in a fairly significant lockdown. Certainly not as significant as what New Zealand went to, and Jimmy and I have spoken about that a couple of times. And I've decided I'm not going to speak too much to Jimmy about it anymore because my opinions are probably a little bit different to his and all that sort of stuff, and I don't want to offend all that sort of stuff. But by and large, I don't agree with how far New Zealand's gone. But hey, I mean they're taking the steps that they think is necessary to protect themselves. Here in Australia, I think we're doing okay. We've started to well and truly flatten the curve. Apart from our own state government making a really stupid decision and let a whole pile of passengers get off a cruise ship that were sick, and that's caused, I think the number now is about 30% of the entire amount of cases of COVID-19 in Australia, including, I think it's 5 or 6 deaths currently off that cruise ship. We're not doing too bad. That curve is being flattened. There's still obviously some idiots around that aren't following the precautions and all that sort of stuff, as there are everywhere, which is disappointing to see. But by and large, we're flattening the curve to the point now where over the next month, government is going to consider possibly rolling back some aspects of it. I'm not sure exactly what will be rolled back and how far it will be. Certainly, for my volunteer work with a football organisation, a football association, we have pretty much rest ourselves on the fact that the controlling federations and stuff have said he's calculating his path again. Might have to stop using that because it does have a bit of an imposition, doesn't it? There we go. Yeah, they've sort of said, well, they pushed it back to May now, a week or two ago. Really, I don't think we're going to get any season at all because we're coming into our football season should have started first week of April. By the time everything gets ramped up and we get everyone's registrations done, all that sort of stuff, I think it's too far gone now. That's just my personal opinion at the moment. But yeah, I think effectively most things for 2020 are gone. Just forget about it, really. I mean, even coming into the summer sports, which we're still a few months away, I don't think they're going to have, even if all the restrictions did start coming up and being lifted, I don't think they're anywhere near getting full season in either, the way things are panning out. So I think we just need to continue to play things as it comes, take the advice of the government and the medical experts that they're using, irrespective of your political views, and just see how it goes. But rest assured, one thing I would like to highlight to anyone out there that cares It is not a hoax. This thing with COVID is not a hoax. It's not a government ploy. It's real. There are people dying, and there are a lot of other people that are at high risk of dying. So don't just think it's just one of those things the government's trying to take off that tinfoil hat of yours and just start listening and just observing what they've said to do. Because as everyone is saying, we're all in it together, and if we don't all work together, then it's going to break down and going to cause others to get sick and to die and all that sort of stuff. And we really don't want that. All right. Anyway, that's enough for the lecture from me for today. Pastor Duck has just stepped down from the podium. Right. Here we go. So he's just gone back to unload, to commence after he's unloaded. This truck has 21,000 litres of soybean in it. This guy here is almost finished. So he's going to finish this run. So, and then we can come in here and we can plough this one. So I put the T9 away a bit early, I think. The next job will be we'll come in and plough here. In fact, I might come and spread lime first. In fact, let's just go and do that now. Let's grab the lime spreader again. And we'll spread the lime now. Whoops. Take out the back of the shed. We spread the lime now, then we'll plough the line in. And then we don't have to worry about that later on. Right. That was not a good idea. So now we've put the weight where it wasn't really in the way, directly in the way. Come on. Get around. There we go. I forced my way around. Okay. Big tractor, drive over big things, little things. All right, so just go out through this side, go through here past the sheep. It looks like the wool has slowed down a bit too. I don't know what's happened there. But anyway. All right, so he's about to finish. So let's just get this going. And we'll let him finish and offload into the truck. And then we take the truck, offload that into the silo, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But in the meantime, we can get this quickly laid down. It doesn't take long to lay all this down. And we can get this all finalized. Sorry about that ding. That was my Discord telling me that I've released a video. All right. Not sure what video's gone out today, actually. Today is Saturday. On my schedule for a Saturday. I can't remember. I think it's a 9. Oh, actually, I think today is City Skylines and Transport Fever 2. I think that's what goes out today. Transport Fever 2 has certainly released. I think in about another 15 minutes or so, City Skylines will be released. So yeah. In speaking about the schedule is remaining as it currently is. We have been lucky enough to be able to get in and get everything recorded. I think we've been pretty solid now for about 2, maybe 3 months with a video at least every day. I think we've had 1 or 2 days where we haven't due to technical difficulties. But by and large, the content is coming out and it's coming out consistently. It may not be quality content. I think that's up to you to decide. But certainly we are getting the content out there, which is nice. So, and currently I have a whole pile of videos. I think I've just, over the last 24 hours, uploaded, I think I'm at about 14 or 15 videos to YouTube. And I just now need to go in there and just tidy all those up, add titles and descriptions and links and all that sort of stuff, and then schedule those in. So that takes the schedule out for another couple of weeks. Actually, I've pre-recorded a lot of Transport Fever 2, 2 Point Hospital, and City Skylines because they're a bit easier to sort of just go along and do because I'm not reliant upon even with these, I'm not reliant upon interactions with anyone and all that sort of stuff. But I don't tend to do, well, that's not quite true. I don't tend to do the farming sim ones quite so advanced, but certainly at the moment I'm trying to do so. I want to be basically, in effect, about a month to 6 weeks in advance, these general videos. That's why I'm generally not going to talk about current things and that, where I can possibly help it in videos, because it may be a little bit sort of too far gone by the time you actually watch it. So I'm going to try and keep any of that sort of stuff out and try and keep my commentary to just based around the game and non-time related instances or events, as difficult as that can be sometimes. But that's certainly what we're going to endeavour to do from here on. So I apologise if I fail to do that. But yeah, so the idea is, I mean, we have a fairly busy life here in relation to having the 3 kids, the family, the new internet. Touch wood has been very stable the last 4 or 5 days. I was going to do a live stream this morning. However, I did have an email from my internet company overnight, and they are doing some testing this morning on my connection. They've got NBN Co plus themselves doing some testing with the end goal of closing off my support ticket. So I don't want to be doing anything that may impact either way my connection, just for the moment until that's all finished. If they can find and confirm that what they fixed apparently last week is what was causing all the problems, then we're okay. So I'm just going to let that go this weekend and maintain the monitoring of the connection. And once I have got that a lot more stable, then I will be starting to definitely come in and do all that. I may well be actually on Twitch tonight. Obviously, it'll be well before you've seen this video, so you'll already know if I have or haven't managed to do that. But I may just go on to Twitch tonight and do some driving around in ATS or something. Just sort of test the water, because they'll be well and truly finished their testing by this evening. All right. So let's see. Just going to get this little patch. I will make sure I get that little patch this time. I don't normally care about it so much. All right. So that's done. So now we can head back over to the farm with this. We can then grab the combine harvester and the truck, offload the truck, all that sort of stuff. So we can put all that away and tidy all that area up. For the intro, I'm just going to put this over in here. You can go there. So this is where we had the pigs, and we removed the pigs and all that sort of stuff. We did add in another hay shed, or a grass bale shed. I think we did that an episode or 2 back. We are going to modify this. So obviously, if the sheep get moved, we've got more room in here as well for sheds or whatever else, or some more production material. So we're going to have to see what we're going to do in regards to that. But yeah, we're gonna butcher Aussie's farm. So again, I apologise, Aussie, but we're going to make it our own. All right. So this guy has now loaded up. So we're going to take this in to the silo. Now, hopefully, with those fixes, we can get around in here a lot easier, because the gates don't extend out. That was one of the problems we found early on, was the collisions for the gates extended out too far and a bit too wide, and that's basically one of the things that Aussie has fixed. So which makes it a hell of a lot easier getting these bigger trucks in around some of those tight corners and turns into and out of the fields. Right. So we're going to offload him. Right. Now let's just have a look and see how much we've got in the way of soybeans, because we may need to go off and sell it before we actually offload from the other field as well. So we got 111,000. So the silo is half full. We do need to go sell off. Now, at the moment, the price here is dropping at Gavison's. It's not really ideal. Let's go back into seasons and have a look at where is it? This one. Soybeans. Well, now is the time to be selling, though. So look at that. So now is the time to be selling. So should we take a load now? No, yeah, let's take a load now. Where are we going to have to go? So we are going to have to go to Gavison's. Right. So I'll load this truck up with a load of soybeans, and we'll go and deliver that now. Well, that was interesting. This will effectively empty silo out, as I understand. What have we got? 120 in this. Not going to quite be a full load, is it? Right. What we'll do then is while this other guy's over here still, what's he doing? Where's the combine? Right, he's heading back over. So he's just offloaded. Let's go and offload this. And then this will help that load of soybeans because there's only 21,000 in this. So it'll take it above the 120 to finish filling that other truck up. But that also then means that we can take a full load instead of just shy of a full load. Really, at the end of things, it's not going to make that much of a difference. But I just like to take a full load, not a partial load. And we have the capability to do so. All right, so into the farm we go. He's already filled up, emptied the silo, point in time. All right, jump out of him. We'll head back over here to you. Finish loading you up. Okay, so you're done. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this truck back over to the field. And then have him ready for offloading of the combine. And then we're going to come back over. We're going to take that combine out of the field that's sitting over there with the message saying that it is there. Work tool needs to be unloaded. I see it was, he was coming over to offload, was he? Maybe I preempted that a bit. All right, we'll see. We may have to take the combine ourselves now and offload it because we may have interrupted its flow. All right, coming here. Just sort of see if he ends up finding his way over here. We'll leave him be for there. Back to him. All right, let's pull him out of the field. Actually, we have to turn course play off first, don't we? Right. So we'll just bring you out of the field. Now, where's my header trailer? Header trailer is up. Header trailer is up in the other field. So we're just going to pull you in. This I wouldn't have been able to do previously. Or I had the ability to do it, but very limited. But the collisions now have been fixed, so that's fantastic. I don't have to worry about that. Just fit this header through the gates. And that's what I mean about the header. This will basically be the combine of choice, or the header size of choice for this farm, just purely from the fact of being able to get through the gates. So he's there and done. Okay, so let's go on over. We'll see if we can get this guy. To continue on, I've just got a bit of a noise coming from somewhere. Okay. Hopefully you can't hear that noise. It doesn't look like the mic's picking it up, so that should be okay. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to head on over here and see if I can get this guy to call the combine over. See how that works. Right. No, we're not going to do that, are we? All right. Let's forget about that. Let's just grab the combine and we'll offload him and get started again. I'll drive now. He doesn't want to do it. Righto. Oh, no, there he goes. No, there he goes. He's worked himself out. He's off him running, so that's okay. Right, let's go back over here. And we're going to take this out to Galveston's. Now, Galveston's is straight down the main road, I believe. We've put the beacon on. We've put the big green bat light on just to be sure. And we'll follow that in if we need to. All right, a bit dry in the throat today. Just while I have a quick drink before we start closing off. Oh, we've gone overtime. We have to close the video off. All right, but we'll close off as we're delivering this load of soybeans to the farm. We've gone overtime. We're sitting at 35 minutes, and I apologize for that. It's becoming a bit more of a regular occurrence going overtime, and not what we want to do. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you're enjoying the harvest and what we're doing here on Ninghan Farms. Don't forget to go and download the map from the in-game mod hub. And make sure you give Aussie a good 5 stars or 5 thumbs ups or whatever the hell it is now. It is a great map. And I, again, would like to send my thanks and appreciation to Aussie for letting us not only have the early access that we got, but also just playing a fantastic family map that obviously means a lot to him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made it. We are really, really thoroughly enjoying it. And I hope you are enjoying sitting along in the cab with us and watching us do it. I don't enjoy that part, though. Can you fix that, please? Just put a bridge in. I know you don't normally have a bridge. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try and butcher something up. All right. Or I'll just smooth it out. Now, that's it. So don't forget to come and join us on Discord. Details for that is down below. You can come over and have a chat with us, all that sort of stuff. The combine's causing a bit. There we go. All right. Yeah, come and join us on Discord. Don't forget to come also join us on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. My steering wheel is not being very responsive at the moment. Details for all those are down below as well. You can also consider becoming a patron, supporting the channel. That would also help us support in buying things like the Go XLR that we want to get. But again, we're not begging for it. It's not an essential part of the channel. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well. We've just come into the wrong place, haven't we? Then I'm just checking out the level of hay and that in here. Yeah. And if you do press that subscribe button, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well, so you may be well aware of when more videos are available on the channel, or you can be warned off more videos from the channel, either way. And no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or early night, late night, whatever, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, particularly this important period of time. Loved ones should be so, so important. But yeah, take care of everyone. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Ninghan Farms and GrizzlyBearSims. See you all later. Bye.